It's hot. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lindsay and today we're going to be talking about bleaching your hair. And I thought this would be a good video because I've done a lot of things to my hair, so I think I know pretty much what to talk about. So, what happens when you bleach your hair? When you bleach your hair, you are stripping your pores and like your hair strands. You're stripping your hair from its natural pigmentation, which basically it's just opening up the pores in your hair and like it's leaking all the time. Like it leaks the pigmentation basically. And what that can do is it can cause your hair to become brittle or frizzy or change the curl pattern or make it thicker. Usually people with fine hair, and I have fine hair and this has happened to me, is your hair will become brittle, frizzy, or thicker. And my hair has become, I think it has become brittle because it does break easy if I do like decide to break it. And it does, and it is a different texture. If you can tell from here down to like here, it's all different color. This part here, that's where I had my hair bleached. And this is my natural hair color because I'm letting it grow out, because that's the only way to get your natural hair color back is if you grow it out. There's no other way. After you bleach your hair, you are stuck with that color. And through experience, I have dyed my hair back to the natural brown that I thought it was. I'll put a picture up of when it was like for the first few days when I did dye it back, and I thought, hey, it's not gonna do anything, it's gonna stay. It didn't stay obviously because my hair is now two-toned, and it's not a bad look. A lot of people ask me if I've been to a salon like where I get it done, and little do they know it's just a mishap from bleaching my hair so much. I'll put a picture of my hair when I was bleaching it. I do have a few pictures. I'm gonna go into coloring it after you bleach it. Now, when I first started coloring my hair, I did obviously have to bleach it blonde because my hair was a dark brown. And so I had to bleach it blonde, and then I had to color it because my hair wouldn't take the color I wanted in naturally. So I did red, and I'll put a picture up here this time of me with my red hair. And I won't say it looked bad, but I don't think red was my color. And the one thing I don't like about dyeing my hair red was that every time I decided I wanted to wash my hair, it would bleed, or if I got wet, my hair would bleed. And there was a specific time, there was this one time at band camp when we were doing Protect the Princess, which is basically everyone has to protect the princess, which is one person, from getting water balloons splashed on them, and whoever has the least amount of whoever's the least wet wins. So there was a lot of smaller girls, so one of our smaller girls was our princess, and I was being one of the protectors, so I was covering her with, I was you know, a dome around her with everyone else on my team. And so I had red hair and it bled because of the water balloons. And it got on some people's clothing and now they're dyed. I don't think they care, but I did do it. Here are some things you guys should know before you bleach your hair, because I wish I had known this before I did it. If you're trying to go for a platinum blonde, it won't happen overnight. I mean, you can try if you want to, but bleaching your hair more than once a day or a week can damage your scalp, and it can cause scabbing and burning. Now, burning the scalp. What you shouldn't do before you decide you want to bleach your hair is you shouldn't wash it. The natural oils will protect your scalp for when you're bleaching it, because the bleach does burn your head when you're doing it. So I would also recommend reading the instructions carefully if you're going to do it by yourself, or ask questions with your stylist before you decide you want to bleach your hair. Each time you do dye your hair, like you're doing a touch-up, or you don't like the color and you want to go more lighter, it's going to be a different time every time you do it. So it could affect you, or it could affect the time when you do your hair if you're sick or unwell because your body is warmer and it'll be faster, or since you're getting your hair bleached so many times, your hair is a different texture now, it'll take things differently, so you can expect it to be a different time almost every process. When I did it my first time, it only took maybe an hour, because that's how long it says to keep it on, is around an hour. So I wouldn't go any higher than an hour generally, because self-box bleach dye can do more damage if you're alone, because you're alone and you're doing it by yourself, you're not with a professional. So I just say, read the directions, make sure you know what you're doing, and be careful how long you keep it on your head, because I mean, it does say each time can be different, with how your hair is textured or how it is textured from bleaching it. Just be careful when you're doing it though. Don't go over the max limit because the box dye does have a limit for a reason, and if you're with a stylist, make sure you ask questions and make sure it's safe. Now after you've bleached your hair, I suggest you wash your hair with cold water for the first 2 weeks because your scalp will be tender and your scalp will hurt, and adding hot water to that can burn your head because obviously your hair is open and your pores are open because you just put a chemical on them that will bleach it, that'll strip the natural pigmentation. So just be careful when you're doing that. Make sure you wash with cold water for next few days to a week. Now it can make your hair thicker. So if you have thin hair or you have fine hair, this can be a good thing, but I personally don't like it because I don't like how it feels. So when you're bleaching your hair, you're making your pores in your hair swell up, so that makes it thicker. And if you want that, go ahead and bleach it. I'll just say, if you do want thicker hair and you don't think you have any other options besides bleaching it, just go for some highlights first because that can add volume to your hair. It can change your curl pattern. Now this might not be like too bad for some people because maybe some people want straighter hair or curlier hair. Now personally I don't like it because now before this I had pretty straight hair and now it's more of a wavy kind of look. And if you can kind of see, I'm trying to look in the viewfinder, you can kind of see down here it's kind of like wavy, and then like where my natural hair is, it's straight. When you bleach your hair, it swells up the pores like I said, and it can change the structure completely. So if you have more wavy hair, curly hair, it can make it straighter, and if you have more straight hair, it can make it wavy. Now a plus is that you don't have to wash your hair as frequently. Now I still wash my hair as much as I think I need to, which is at least once a week, because when you bleach your hair, it's drying your hair out, and that can cause your scalp to become dry, and so less oils are coming out. And so when you don't have any oils, obviously you're not getting greasy hair, so you don't need to wash it. If that's good for you, then go ahead and bleach your hair if you want to for that reason. If not, then I wouldn't recommend bleaching your hair because that is going to happen. You need to buy products for your hair more often than you don't. So before I bleached my hair, I never had to use any product besides shampoo and conditioner, and now sometimes I will use like a hair mask, or I'll use some kind of special conditioner for my hair because I want the texture to be nice and soft. My hair is more or less kind of brittle feeling. It does feel rougher than the rest of my hair. Up here it feels nice, then down here it gets a little bit more rough. So if you want to take care of your hair more properly, I'd recommend getting hair treatments, hair mask, and if you're going to straighten or blow dry your hair, get heat treatment so that it doesn't damage it because your hair is more susceptible to damage now. This is the only way to go lighter. So if you have darker hair and you're thinking of getting a lighter color than your hair color, you are going to have a high lift or have to bleach it. So I would take that into consideration if you want to go for a very bright red like I did. If you want to go for a bright red like I did, you are going to have to bleach your hair or lighten it. And that's the same with most colors. So if you want to go for a nice blue or green, if you have darker hair like if you have darker hair like this, you are going to need to bleach your hair. But if you're going for a black blue, then you're fine. You don't have to touch your hair. It can be expensive. When I was going for my platinum blonde look, my hair would grow in really quickly because my hair grows fast. So I would have to bleach it every 2-3 weeks to 5 weeks because otherwise I'd have really, really dark roots. So you can imagine what growing this out was like. Most people have to color their hair every 4 to 8 weeks depending on how fast their hair regrows. So take that into consideration when you are bleaching your hair, how often you're going to have to re-bleach it. So if your hair does grow faster, think about how much you have to bleach it if you want to maintain the blonde look or if you want to maintain the color that you have, because your hair will regrow and people will notice. And I've gotten a lot of comments saying, oh, when are you going to touch up your hair? But I never did. I usually got those comments the time I was letting my hair grow out, so just take that into consideration. So that's about it for what I can tell you about bleaching your hair. I'd also suggest just looking into it, getting consultations from your friends, family, from hairdressers themselves. I would say bleaching your hair is a fun experience. I did have a lot of fun when I was bleaching my hair. I thought I looked a lot cuter with blonde hair, but I decided to stop because I noticed my hair was becoming damaged and I noticed it was becoming more harder to maintain. So just be careful when you're bleaching your hair. If you are bleaching your hair, look into what the dangers are, look into what you should do. Make sure you have someone who you can trust with you helping you, because you don't want to leave your hair dye on longer than you need to. I'll tell you the story of how I was trying to dye my hair back to the natural color I tried to go through, because I forgot I was going to tell you that. So when I was bleaching my hair, I decided I didn't want to have it bleached anymore, because it was a lot to maintain, it was a lot of time, and I didn't want to keep burning my scalp and ruining my hair. So I go out and I get this nice dark brown box dye that I thought, hey, that kind of looks more like my color. So I'm coloring my hair and I'm waiting the time limit, and as I go to wash it, I come out and all the color has gone. It's gone. So it washed out the first time I did it. So I go back and get another box dye, same day, and then I color it again. But this time I don't like wash it with shampoo and conditioner, because apparently you're not supposed to do that, even though that's what I've always done. So I'm a little confused, but I didn't do it and it did stay, and I'll put a picture of me right here, I guess, when I did do that and when it was like nice dark brown the whole time. And slowly every time I washed it, it would wash out until it became this color. And if I can find pictures of when it was slowly washing out, I'll put them in, but I don't think I have any of just like a slow gradual process of my hair washing out. If I do, then you'll see it. But yeah, my hair is now this color, and I've thought about dyeing it multiple times, but I don't think the color will take anymore. I think my hair won't take the color anymore because of how much it's been damaged. And it's not a bad look. A lot of people do comment on it saying that it's really pretty or that they like it. So I guess that's a plus side, and it looks really nice when it's curled. I'll try to show you guys that too. You guys have been great so far, so I hope this video helped you a little bit, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!